All right, so today we're taking a deep dive into AI 2041.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting book because it brings together a leading AI expert, Kai-Fu Lee,
Right.
and a science fiction writer, Qiufan.
It's a great combination.
So they're not just predicting what AI could do, but they've woven these predictions
Yeah.
into these captivating stories that really make you think, like, what if?
Yeah, it's a really potent combination. Lee's got this deep understanding of AI trends, and Qiufan brings them ability to craft these compelling narratives.
Yeah.
And it really makes for a thought-provoking exploration of what the next couple decades might hold.
Yeah.
They chose the year 2041 for a reason.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's close enough that we can see, like, the seeds of this future being planted today.
Right.
But it's far enough out to allow for some really mind-bending possibilities.
Yeah, it makes you think, like, what will my life be like in 20 years? Will AI be this amazing tool that solves all our problems?
Right.
Or will it be this uncontrollable force that reshapes society in ways we can't even imagine?
Yeah, that's the big question.
That's what we're going to unpack today.
Exactly. And I think the journey starts now.
Okay.
One thing that struck me was how the book emphasizes that this AI revolution, it's not some distant event. It's already happening.
Right.
We're seeing AI beating human champions in complex games like Go and Dota 2,
Oh, yeah.
solving scientific puzzles like protein folding, even creating art and music that rivals human creativity.
It's crazy to think how fast this technology is advancing.
No,
Just a few years ago, these feats seemed impossible,
totally.
and now they're almost commonplace.
Yeah,
So it makes you wonder, if AI has come this far in such a short time,
yeah.
what will it be capable of in 20 years?
That's right. The book really dives into that question.
Okay.
Exploring how AI will become increasingly integrated into every aspect of our lives by 2041. So imagine having AI assistants that know your preferences better than you do.
Okay.
Personalized education that adapts to each student's learning style.
Uh-huh.
Healthcare systems that can diagnose and treat diseases with incredible accuracy.
That sounds amazing.
Right.
AI doctors who can predict health issues before they even arise.
Yeah.
Personalized education that unlocks your full potential.
Exactly.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It is.
But it could actually be our reality in a
Yeah.
couple of decades.
But it's not all sunshine and roses, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah,
book
yeah.
also delves into the potential downsides of AI,
Uh-huh.
especially when it comes to deep learning.
Okay.
So think of deep learning as this powerful engine that learns from massive amounts of data.
Okay.
So it's great at finding patterns
Uh-huh.
and making predictions, but it can also amplify existing biases
Oh,
and create systems that are unfair or even discriminatory.
that's a bit unsettling.
It is.
It's like the more powerful AI becomes,
Yeah.
the more careful we need to be about how we develop and use it.
Eh.
We don't want to create a future where AI benefits a select few
Right.
while leaving others behind.
Exactly. And the book uses these stories
Okay.
to illustrate how AI could be misused. For example, the Golden Elephant imagines an AI-powered insurance app
Okay.
that assesses risk in ways that are biased and potentially exploitative. So it really makes you question how much power we're willing to give these algorithms.
Right.
Especially when they control access to essential services like healthcare or finance.
It raises some serious ethical questions.
It does.
How do we ensure that AI is used responsibly
Yeah.
and doesn't perpetuate or even worsen existing social inequalities?
Big questions.
Yeah, it feels like we're at a crucial point
I agree.
where we need to have these conversations and establish clear guidelines for AI development.
Absolutely. And one of the biggest concerns, of course, is the impact of AI on the future of work.
Yes.
Will robots steal all our jobs?
Right.
Leaving millions of people unemployed and struggling to make ends meet?
Yeah.
Or will AI create new opportunities and lead to a more fulfilling work-life balance?
Right. This is something that everyone's talking about.
Definitely.
I mean, automation is already changing the workplace.
It is.
Jobs that were once considered secure are now at risk of being replaced by machines.
Yeah.
So it makes you wonder what skills will be valuable in the future.
Right.
How can we prepare ourselves for a job market that's constantly being reshaped by AI?
Those are the million-dollar questions.
Yeah.
And the book explores this concept of occupational restoration,
Okay.
where companies like this fictional company, Cintia,
Uh-huh.
help displaced workers find new jobs in this AI-driven economy.
Okay.
So it really highlights the importance of adaptability,
Yeah.
continuous learning,
Uh-huh.
and developing skills that complement AI rather than compete with it.
Right.
So really interesting stuff.
Yeah, definitely. So we've talked about like the broad strokes, but AI 2041 doesn't just stay theoretical.
Right.
It actually like digs deep into how specific fields could be transformed.
Yeah.
Like healthcare?
Uh-huh.
What will AI-powered medicine actually look like?
Well, one story, Contactless Love, imagines a world where AI has supercharged drug and vaccine development.
Okay.
And they use this pandemic scenario.
Uh-huh.
But what's striking is how AI helps researchers predict protein structures,
Yeah.
develop mRNA vaccines incredibly fast. So it's a future where we could react to these health crises much more effectively.
That's incredible.
It is.
It could mean the end of pandemics as we know them.
Yeah, potentially.
But what about the everyday stuff?
Yeah.
Will we all have AI doctors by 2041?
The story kind of hints at that.
Okay.
The protagonist interacts with this highly automated medical system, and it's super efficient, but it also highlights this digital divide.
Okay.
She faces challenges because she lacks a complete digital health profile.
Oh.
So it brings up this question of
Yeah.
will AI democratize healthcare, or will it exacerbate existing inequalities?
That's a point that the book keeps coming back to.
Yeah,
AI has this potential to do immense good,
absolutely.
but only if we're careful about how it's implemented.
Exactly.
We can't just assume everyone will benefit equally.
Right. And healthcare is just one example.
Okay.
AI 2041 also explores the rise of robotics.
Okay.
We're not talking about robot butlers just yet.
Okay.
But the impact on industries will be huge.
Uh-huh.
The Holy Driver, for instance, focuses on autonomous vehicles.
Self-driving cars are already here.
They are.
But the book takes it further.
Yeah.
By 2041, Lee envisions entire cities designed around them.
Wow.
Imagine no traffic jams, no parking nightmares.
Right.
But also, a lot of questions about urban planning and safety, and even, the concept of car ownership.
And it goes deeper than that.
Okay.
The story's protagonist actually grapples with the psychological impact
Huh?
of letting AI take the wheel literally.
Okay.
He feels both exhilaration and guilt as he navigates this simulated disaster scenario.
Interesting.
It highlights how this autonomous technology raises these complex emotional and ethical questions.
It makes you wonder, will we become too reliant on AI?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Will we lose essential skills and maybe even a bit of our autonomy in the process?
Yeah, that's a key concern.
Yeah.
The book really emphasizes that we can't just blindly hand over control to AI.
Right.
We need to find ways to stay in the loop, to maintain human oversight,
Uh-huh.
ensure that AI serves our needs, not the other way around.
Okay, so healthcare and transportation are getting this major AI makeover.
Totally.
What about something a little more fun?
Okay.
How will AI change entertainment?
Yeah.
Will we all be living in virtual worlds by 2041?
Well, Twin Sparrows gives us a glimpse into that.
Okay.
It imagines this future where education and entertainment are highly personalized thanks to AI.
Uh-huh.
The story focuses on these twin brothers who attend this AI-powered academy.
Okay.
Their learning journey is tailored to their individual strengths and weaknesses.
That sounds amazing,
It does.
but also a bit lonely.
Yeah,
Will we lose the social aspect of learning?
that's a good question.
Will kids spend all their time interacting with AI instead of each other?
Right, and that's where this human element comes in.
Okay.
The story emphasizes that AI shouldn't replace human interaction,
Right.
but rather enhance it.
Okay.
So imagine teachers being able to use AI tools to provide individualized support,
Uh-huh.
create more engaging learning experiences. It's about empowering educators, not making them obsolete.
Right. It's about finding that balance.
Exactly.
And what about entertainment beyond education?
Yeah.
Will AI change the way we experience movies, music, games?
Absolutely. My Haunting Idol explores this.
Okay.
It depicts a world where virtual reality, augmented reality, even brain-computer interfaces.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Brain-computer interfaces.
It's getting pretty sci-fi here.
That sounds like we're stepping into some serious sci-fi territory.
It is, but it's not as far-fetched as it sounds.
Okay.
The story focuses on these fans interacting with a deceased pop star.
Uh-huh.
Through XR technology, it's like a digital resurrection,
Wow.
blurring the lines between the living and the digital afterlife.
That raises so many questions.
Yeah, I know, right?
What does it mean for celebrity culture?
Yeah.
What about the ethics of using AI to recreate people who are no longer with us?
It's mind-boggling, isn't it?
It is.
Think about the potential for fan obsession.
Yeah.
The implications for grief and mourning.
Uh-huh.
It forces us to confront some uncomfortable truths
Right.
about our relationship with technology
Yeah.
and how it's reshaping our understanding of life and death.
It's like AI 2041 is giving us this glimpse into a future
Yeah.
that's both exhilarating and terrifying.
Totally.
All these amazing possibilities,
Right.
but also these potential downsides we need to be wary of.
Absolutely.
It's a lot to process.
It is, and that's why these conversations are so important. The
Yeah.
book doesn't offer any easy answers.
Right.
It challenges us to grapple with the complexities of this AI-powered future. It's a call to action to think critically and engage in this thoughtful dialogue about the kind of world we want to create.
All right, so we've covered healthcare, transportation, entertainment. But there's this one big question looming over all of this.
Okay.
Could AI actually pose an existential threat to humanity?
Right, the big one.
Is this the beginning of the end?
Yeah.
Or the dawn of a new era?
That is the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And AI 2041 doesn't shy away from it.
Okay.
One story, Quantum Genocide, takes us down a very dark path.
Oh.
Exploring the potential for AI to be used for malicious purposes.
Yikes, that doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
Tell me more.
So the story centers on this brilliant but unhinged physicist who uses a quantum computer to trigger global chaos. So it's a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked AI development, the potential for AI to fall into the wrong hands, and the catastrophic consequences that could follow.
It's like all of our sci-fi nightmares coming true.
It is.
Rogue AI taking over the world.
Yeah.
Machines turning against their creators.
Classic.
It's a pretty bleak picture.
It is.
But is it really a realistic possibility?
It's hard to say for sure.
Yeah.
And that's what makes the book so thought-provoking.
Right.
It doesn't offer simple answers, but it forces us to confront the potential risks of AI head-on. It's a reminder that we need to be incredibly careful about how we develop and deploy this technology.
Right.
We need strong ethical guidelines, robust security measures, international cooperation.
Yeah.
It's not something we can afford to take lightly.
It feels like we're standing at a crossroads.
Yeah.
AI has this potential to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges.
Absolutely.
But it also comes with these risks that we can't ignore.
Right.
So what can we do?
Yeah.
How do we navigate this uncertain future and make sure that AI is used for good?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
And AI 2041 offers some potential solutions.
Okay.
It talks about the importance of responsible AI development, the need for transparency and accountability, and the idea of aligning AI goals with human values.
It sounds like we need like a global conversational AI.
We do.
We need to bring together experts from different fields.
Absolutely.
Policymakers, ethicists, everyday citizens.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be involved in shaping this future.
I agree 100%.
So we've talked about AI's potential impact on healthcare, transportation, entertainment, and even like the very survival of our species.
That's a lot.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
And I'm sure our listeners are feeling this mix of excitement and trepidation.
Understandable.
Just like we are.
It's understandable the future of AI is full of uncertainty.
Yeah.
But it's also full of possibilities.
Right.
It's up to us to decide what kind of future we want to create.
Okay, so we've covered some pretty heavy stuff.
Yeah.
AI reshaping industries, the ethics of autonomous systems, the potential for both progress and destruction. But AI 2041 also gets into like what daily life might feel like.
Yeah.
In this future, will we even recognize the world of 2041?
That's a fascinating question, and the book explores some really radical shifts. Like this concept of plenitude.
Plenitude.
Imagine a world where AI-driven automation has made work optional. So basic needs are met for everyone. Poverty is eradicated. People are free to pursue their passions without worrying about making a living.
Wow, that sounds utopian.
It does.
Like something out of Star Trek.
Yeah.
But could it actually happen?
Right.
And what would it mean for humanity if it did?
Well, Dreaming of Plenitude dives into this. It's set in this future Australia where technology has created this state of abundance. But the story reveals that even in this paradise where material needs are met, people still struggle with purpose and meaning.
Right, because work isn't just about earning money.
Exactly.
It gives us a sense of identity structure, social connection. So what happens when that's gone?
Exactly. The story highlights the psychological and societal challenges of a world where traditional work is no longer a necessity. It forces us to think about what truly gives our lives meaning, how we might find fulfillment in this post-scarcity world.
It's like we'd have to redefine what it means to be human.
Totally.
But the book doesn't just present the problem right.
No.
It offers some potential solutions.
It does. One intriguing concept is moolah.
Moolah.
It's this virtual currency that rewards social contributions and community service. So it's like a gamified system for doing good, encouraging people to find fulfillment outside of traditional work.
So instead of getting paid for your 9 to 5, you earn moolah for volunteering, mentoring.
Exactly.
Creating art, contributing to your community.
Right.
It's an interesting idea.
It is.
But would it actually work?
Yeah, that's a big question.
Could something like moolah actually motivate people to make difference?
It's a thought experiment, right?
Yeah.
It's a way of exploring how we might measure value in a world where material needs are easily met.
Okay.
So perhaps instead of GDP, we'll focus on metrics like well-being, social connection, contributions to the common good. So it's this fundamental shift in how we think about success and progress.
It's mind-blowing to consider these possibilities.
I know.
And it makes you wonder, what role will AI play in all of this?
Yeah.
Will it just be a tool for automation?
Right.
Or will it have a deeper impact on our values, our beliefs,
Yeah.
our very understanding of what it means to be happy?
That's a great question, and Dreaming of Plenitude kind of hints at this.
Okay.
The protagonist goes on this quest for happiness in this technologically advanced world, but ultimately discovers that true fulfillment comes from within, not from algorithms or external rewards.
So even in a world where AI can anticipate our needs, cater to our every whim, we'll still be responsible for our own happiness.
It seems that way.
Wow.
The book suggests that AI can't provide all the answers.
Right.
It's a powerful tool, but it's up to us to define our values, our purpose, and what truly matters to us.
Wow, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We have.
From the nuts and bolts of AI to the philosophical implications of a future shaped by this technology.
It's been a journey.
AI 2041 has given us a lot to think about.
It certainly has. And I think the most important takeaway is that the future of AI is not predetermined.
Right.
It's up to us to decide what kind of world we want to create.
Yeah.
We need to be informed, engaged, and proactive in shaping this future, ensuring that AI serves humanity and helps us build a better world for everyone.
Well said. AI 2041 isn't just a book, it's a call to action.
I agree.
It's an invitation to think critically about the choices we make today and how they will impact the world of tomorrow.
Absolutely. And as we've seen, those choices have the potential to shape everything.
Yeah.
From the way we work and play to the very meaning we find in life.
So to our listeners, we leave you with this.
Okay.
What kind of future do you want to see?
Right.
What role do you want to play in shaping the age of AI?
Good question.
The future's in our hands, and it's time to start building it.
Let's do it.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into AI 2041.